and welcome back to another on the rest of and to my AEW Full Gear 2025 predictions. And yeah, really can't wait for this show. Some big matches on there, and I think the potential as well for a lot of title changes. So yeah, a lot going to go down on this show. So without further ado, let's get straight into the predictions. And we're going to start things off with the buy-in 0 hour, whatever they call it these days. And we've got Boom and Doom back in action, taking on Roppongi Vice. And yeah, as ever, when you show up, you're fully expecting Boom and Doom to get the win with QT Marshall there as well. And to be honest, when they just show up on the pre-show, yeah, I've got no issue with it because it's always good fun, isn't it? And you always know they're going to get the win. I wonder if it'll expand into something bigger. But in the meantime, they'll definitely get the win here. Moving on then to Mark Briscoe versus Carl Fletcher for the TNT Championship. And yeah, this is a really interesting one because I feel like Mark Briscoe has to get that AEW Championship, whether it's TNT, whatever, soon. But at the same time, I don't feel like Carl Fletcher needs to drop the title yet. Obviously, he's just recently had a shot for the main title, didn't work out, so I don't really know where he would go if he loses it. So yeah, for that reason, I'm going to say Carl Fletcher will retain here. But yeah, it'd be intriguing to see what happens with Mark Briscoe, maybe in the C2 coming up. But yeah, moving on then to Omega and Jurassic Express versus Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks. And this is obviously an intriguing proposition. The Young Bucks, their financial struggle, the stipulation makes me think that will probably continue with Jurassic Express and Omega getting a win. They obviously seem like a great team together, but at the same time with the Young Bucks, what do they do next? Could a potential reunion with Kenny be in the offing? Who knows? But for this match alone, I'm going to say it will be a babyface victory. Moving on into Brody Day versus FTR for the Tag Team Championships. And yeah, this just feels like a match where we're going to get new Tag Team Champions. I mean, Brody Day, they won the title back in Forbidden Door. And yeah, since then, I think they've had a really good kind of run with the belt, considering they were only ever really a thrown together tag team. But yeah, now I feel like AEW might give the belt to the more established team. They've been doing great work as heels lately. So yeah, I'm going to say FTR will regain the titles. On the pre-show, we've got El Sky team taking on the Don Callis family in a trios match for the CMLL Trios Championship. And yeah, this is an interesting one. Obviously on paper, you'd probably say it'll be El Sky team that are the favourites here. The Don Callis family that are favourites here. But obviously with the rift between Okada and Takeshita, it makes me think that we could well see like a full-blown argument that leads on to their feud that allows El Sky team to pick up a pretty convincing victory. So yeah, I'm going to say that. Moving on into Max Caster and Anthony Bowens versus the Bang Bang Gang versus Big Bill and Brian Keith versus the Outrunners in a $200,000 match. And yeah, this kind of feels like this has the potential for Caster and Bowens to really get to that together properly and kind of be the rebuild of the Acclaimed. Personally, I don't think the Outrunners, Bill and Keith, or the Bang Bang Gang really have enough momentum at the moment to be winning this match. So yeah, it kind of makes me think that will be the outcome here. Moving on into Hook and Eddie Kingston versus a to-be-announced team. And personally, I've got no idea who this could be, but I still feel like at the same time, it is a chance for Hook to get the win along with Eddie Kingston and build up the momentum. I would say there'll be a possibility of maybe a turn, but the fact it's on the pre-show makes me think that they may hold off that for a bit of time. So I'm going to say that it will probably be Hook and Eddie Kingston to get the win. Moving on into Pac and Darby Allin. And yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. Obviously, two of the key stars of the War Games match. Darby's on such a momentum at the moment after picking up some huge victories over the likes of Mox. So yeah, you could feasibly see him picking up the win, but at the same time, Pac maybe needs a big win too. So yeah, it's an interesting one, and you feel like one that could go either way. But I think Darby's on such momentum at the moment, he's probably near the world title. So I'm going to say it will be Darby who gets the win. Moving on into the four-way tag team match, Megan Bain, Marina Shafir, Storm and Shirakawa, Babes of Wrath and Sister of Sin. And yeah, this is an interesting one. Obviously some high-profile names in there. It's only the winner picks the semi-final stipulation. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like Storm and Shirakawa will probably come up with the most interesting stipulation. I think Shafir and Bane are the killers, so I don't think they'll be involved in the finish. But I think it could be Storm and Shirakawa who pick a very intriguing stipulation. Moving on into John Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly. And yeah, this is a very interesting one because obviously over the last few weeks they've really built Kyle O'Reilly up. The question is, can Mox recover, or can Kyle O'Reilly continue his momentum, pick what probably would be his biggest win up to date in AEW. So yeah, this is a very interesting one. I'm going to say it will be Kyle O'Reilly to get the win. I think this is his time. I don't know what's going to happen with Moxley next, but I think it's Kyle O'Reilly's time to get the win here. Moving on into the Casino Gauntlet to determine the first ever national champion. And yeah, personally, I'm not really a massive fan of this title. I don't really think it's needed, but at the same time it could create some interesting stories. Obviously the Hurt Syndicate winning the set-up matches, but at the same time I think it could be Ricochet's time. He's done some great work in AEW, and I feel like it could well be his time to pick up the gold. So I'm going to say it will be Ricochet who gets the win here. Next up is Mercedes Moné versus Chris Statlander for the women's title and TBS title. And yeah, this is obviously an interesting one because obviously each of these women hold a title each, and at the moment it feels like I don't know really when it's going to come to an end for Moné. I feel like she kind of has to capture the AEW title first, which would make sense. So yeah, I'm going to say it will probably be Mercedes Moné who gets the win here and continues her streak. Moving on into Hangman Adam Page versus Samoa Joe for the world title. And yeah, obviously since Joe's heel turn, that's maybe created a bit of a doubt, this being a rematch over whether Joe could regain the title. But personally, I don't think so. I think he's got the trios title. I don't think they're going to give him the world title as well. I think Hangman Page still has a bit of time to go with his title reign, to be honest. There's still more that I want to see him do with it. So yeah, I can see this being another great match. Obviously a bit more violent with face v heel this time, but I'm going to say in the end it will result in Hangman retention.
That's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.